to acquire them is a difficult task. And to go there to Germany, you don't know who you're going to face. Like now, you saw the people in Germany chanting Ruto must go because it's he made their life a living hell. It's gonna be a very very hard and tough time for them. Like, can you imagine how those white men view us Africans? IQ of 70, like seriously, and you want to ferry your people instead of improvising jobs in your lands, you want them to go and to work for people whereby you're still borrowing that money to come. It's crazy, man. It's not adding up even in a way. Me can support you. Oh my god. So say hi. So say good morning. Oh my
Susie
god.
451. Susie 451. Oh, can you hear us? Good morning. I can see you sending emojis, but can you hear us? Please speak to us.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. You can hear me?
Yes, 100%. Please go ahead.
Good. I'm actually just going to get ready for work, so I just like to listen. Thank you.
No problem. You're more than welcome.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Sawa, Tori, uendelee na kazi yako.
Niendelee na kazi yangu. We're in this together, girl. Dr. Mude, good morning. Dr. Mude, good morning. Oh my god, it's fucking tedious to call people 3 times. Dr. Mude.
Dr. Mude. Dr. Mude, hi. Good morning. Maybe they can't hear us. Okay. Who is next? We are not two? We're not our parents. Hi, good morning. Akinyi watu. Come on.
Hi, kunaendaje?
Kwani, if you're not awake, why are you coming on the speakers panel? So you just stay on the listeners, you just listen. You listen nicely. We are not our parents.
Hi.
Kwaji.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
We're tuko hapo tu. How are you?
Pia mi niko hapo tu. I don't have a lot of reservations, but I can say, as young people, we should stop being duped. We should stop being manipulated with imaginary jobs. You can never create wealth security outside your country. They can take it anytime they want, and they can allow you to have it anytime you want. That is blackmail. The only secure place for us to create a fortune is our country. So the more we get involved with current issues, the more we try to make our country better. Let's join hands. Let's make sure that we are all good. So this is our country. We don't have any other country. This is where we have to make it. This is our safe haven. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Mute. Now you're here. Hi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Hello. I thank Wanyama, my Rwandese brother. Kwa jana nimepatiwa citizenship ya Rwanda na ndio mwingine hapo sijui umetoka wapi. Hey Wanyama, I want to ask you guys, have you ever asked yourself the reason behind Ruto is taking Kenyans to Germany? What is the reason? Did you ever ask yourself that question? Because Ruto is the first ever president in the world on earth from the time of Prophet Adam till now, who has ever exported his people to abroad. Why? What's the reason behind this? Because there's a politics here. Putin is playing politics with us. There is no other president in the world who has ever exported his people to abroad for work. Uhuru never did that. Kibaki, never. Moi, never. They are abusing Uhuru. He's a thief, yes. But Uhuru never did this. Uhuru never exported people to abroad for work. Never. You can bet on that. So why is Ruto exporting people for what? Did you
Dr. Muda,
actually
why do you think he's doing it?
this politics? Because he's trying to. It's like Pharaoh. The pharaohs he killed the Israelis, the men. So Ruto is trying to minimize our brain people. That's my take. Ruto is trying to minimize our brainy people, the nurses, the IT, the engineering people, that he think that it's going to be threat to him. Because IT people, he knows they're going to follow the election result. And Germany, they said yesterday that there's nothing like this. Because I just shared that picture from Facebook. So Germany, they say this a lie. This not this not kuna kitu kama 250,000. No, Germany say this a lie. So I don't think there's something here going. I think there's something fishy here because Ruto cannot tell us that 250,000 Kenyans are going to Germany for work reasons. Me swali yangu ni why can't you not bring those companies to Kenya? There's Nike, there's Google, there's Adidas companies all over the world. There's Microsoft all over the world, and people are going to Germany for work. You know, humji mtu huko, you don't know somebody there, you need a place to sleep. Then kuna winter, there's winter coming on. It's going to be very, very cold, -10, -15. So these guys, where are they going to? Wanaenda kulala wapi? Wataenda kula wapi? Because German government, they said, okay, we're going to bring people, blah, blah, blah. Where will they sleep? Watakula nini? Ruto, bona he don't take, bona mpeleki demu yake, sorry, msichana yake Charlene Mbale majuu. Because he loves her. These guys wako na mama, wako na baba, wako na watoto, wako na pia, wako na kila kitu nyumbani. Maybe there's a lady, you may never know, she's a nurse. She has got family yake pale, anapeleka ati majuu Germany. Huyo msichana, mama ni mama, she's a mother. She has got a family, atalala wapi? Hapana. Mimi, I think there's something fishy going on here. Before nipande highway yangu, I'll be listening to you guys. Okay, let me just stop here and have a blessed day. Thank you.
Tori, are you still on?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm saying like what Dr. Mude has just said is what is literally happening in our country. They are taking our kids and our fellow youths, but they can't take their kids to go and work in those countries. As you can see on the Jumbotron, I've posted one of my friends who works in Germany, and life there is not so easy as they think. We cannot tolerate this. So I will also support what you just said, like they produce the documents we want to see. And my question was, the CS for labor, what is his work? Like if the president is going to make deals for youths to be exported to work in outside country, and you just have to go and do road shows so that you can advertise the freaking fucky jobs that the president has signed the contract for. What is your work as a CS for labor? You've not visited those areas. You don't know the conditions or how those people are going to survive in those areas, and you just go ahead and do road shows. No, that's not how it works. If okay, like for instance, if I'm going to work in a certain company, or I'm sending my employees somewhere for work, I must go tour, venture, inspect that place, see if it's favorable for my people when I send them here, the conditions and terms which are signed in the contract, And mind you, there are some countries when you sign the contract, if you haven't finished the years you've signed, you cannot go back to your country. So you have to pay or buy these people so that they can let you go. It's like you're going to be a slave. We can't go to be slaves, yet we can make our land or our country. We can create jobs in our country. Me, actually, I'm really against this thing for Germany, and it did not start this year. If you checked it back, sometime back, I think it's 2022, Ruto talked about it, and there wasn't that strong wave about it, so it went that way and nobody talked about it, just because most of the people have been opened their eyes by the finance bill and the so on, the uh reclaiming for good governance that we've been doing. People were so keen in anything that this nigga is talking about, because we know everything he's talking about, it's gonna affect us either directly or indirectly, and he is lying. So why me, I don't see anything that leads or supports Kenyans to go and work in Germany or outside countries. So as we continue, let's go to X-Tech. Are you there? X-Tech. Oh my god. X-Tech, are you there? Okay, Farouk DM. Farouk.
Hello, guys.
Hello,
Can you
good
hear me?
morning.
Good morning too. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You can take it.
Oh, thanks for the opportunity. Wanyama, Toria, and the listeners and other speakers. What I want to say is about this exporting labor in the outside. I think this government don't know what they are doing. They don't have any idea how to create jobs in Kenya. I think when they take the government, they only wanted to root and to enrich themselves, but not to. They don't have any idea how the leadership works. For example, when Kibaki took the government in his regime, he has all the ideas of what he want to do, because Kibaki didn't export. Instead, uh, because he has a big future for the country. But currently, this government have no any idea. For example, there is a CS forever. I think the president, he has taken all the government to his own to do everything because he want to cover up his corruption. His corruption failures. For example, what statement he said the other day, that statement will not work better. Even the people who are abroad right now, I think there's export for the white men and white people. They have started. Uh, they have started complaining because those countries there's people who are still jobless. So, and they had somebody from Africa saying he has secured 250,000 jobs. What do you expect? And that statement will not work well with people. So right now I have let me wrap there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Though your mic was breaking, but all in all, we got your information. We have had you. Gen Z leader, are you there? Gen Z leader? Gen Z leader, are you there? Oh my god. Rexy, are you there? Rexy, are you there? Rexy, are you there? Hey, Jamhuri, can you hear me?
Mi nakusikia vizuri.
Oh my, what's wrong with my speakers? They ain't call. Okay, Corey or call.
Me, me, I can hear you.
Corey, are you there? Corey, are you there? Okay, welcome guys to Sauti ya Mwananchi. The topic of today is Kenya Germany labor controversy, hosted by Wanyama Wafula and co-hosted by Toria. So guys, feel free to request the mic. We want to hear your views about it, and also if you don't want to come on the mic section, you can drop your comment. I'll read it out on your behalf. So guys, kindly request the mic. Tunataka kuwasikia. It's
Before
30 minutes past 8 on top of the hour. So Paul,
before hello,
yes.
I wanted to ask, there is this company based in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, that are exporting some plants from Kenya. Are you guys aware of that, if I may ask?
I personally am not, but I know that Amsterdam is a big destination for flowers from Kenya.
Not, I think there's some other plants, not flowers, but some other plants. Because I had some guys from here that they're exporting some plants. So maybe I thought it was aloe vera, something like that. But I'm not sure, but I need to have some guys there. But there are some plants that are exported from Kenya, yani kichintini too, because government hawajui. Na kama wanajua, of course, kuna share hapo. If they knew, if they know something, there's got some shares there. But I'll investigate that, but I think there's something going on with that government. Because kila kitu ni share. Kila kitu ni share tu. Adani ni share, German Labour ni share, kila kitu ni share hapo. Sasa sijui Ruto anafanya nini huko. Just resign too, because you can't sell our country to people hapana. Ruto is taking people to Germany because of pesa, money. He has taken Kenyans to Haiti, mepewa bilioni dola na Biden. Sahi ni pesa tu. Haiti ni pesa, Germany ni pesa, na hizo Adani ni pesa. So Ruto is a criminal. So there's something going on with this government. So Kenya ameshaenda, please. We need to stand up, guys. We need to stand up for our country. Because you can't just be taking Kenyans to Germany and to get to pesa hapo. No. Hapana. There's something going on here. So please, but investigate that issue of plans from Kenya to here to the Netherlands, but inshallah. So I'm gonna get back to you soon. Thank you.
Tori, are you still on?
Oh my god, my mic has got issues, but you'll bear with me. I'm sorry for that. So let me say this, guys, request your mics. We need to hear your opinions or your objectives or your suggestions about Kenya labor. Okay, Kenya, Germany labor controversies. Okay, I'll be dropping in a few, then I'll be back.
Me, on my end nakusikia
Okay,
vizuri.
Jamuri, pick it up, then I'll be back, Aki, kindly.
Sawa. So can I say something to humanize, uh, or at least to attempt to humanize the conversation? Uh, um, I understand that if I was someone somewhere in Kenya without a job, and someone tells me there's a job somewhere, I would be looking to pick that job, right? So at the individual level, of course, it is understandable that someone who does not have a job is looking for a job. And ikipatikana Kenya, sawa. Ikipatikana Ujerumani, sawa. Ikipatikana Turkey, kazi ni kazi. Well, all factors held constant, assuming it's dignifying and it's legal and justifiable and humane. So it's understandable that at a personal individual level, of course, mtu anatafuta kazi anatafuta kazi. But I think there's the other level, which is the national vision level. Kama nchi, maono yetu ni gani? What's our vision for our country? Is our vision for our country that we will be shipping our young, vibrant, knowledgeable, talented geniuses out of the country to go create, to go build other economies? When will Kenya ever prosper? When will Kenya ever develop if our best tunawatuma are being extracted the same way minerals zinakuanga extracted from Africa? We're in a knowledge economy now. So other than extracting minerals, sasa tuna extract people's knowledge, you know. And if these young vibrant people go work out there, ni kumaanisha wameenda kujenga nchi ya wengine. Nchi yao wakirudi watapata they've even been priced out and replaced by other people. So while it's understandable at the individual level that someone who is seeking a job is seeking a job, and ikipatikana bwana asifiwe, but we need to have a conversation and have some reflection, individually and collectively, about what's our national vision. Is our national vision kukua too extracted the same way vitu zinaendelea kukua extracted from Africa? And I am of the view that hiyo direction ni direction inatupeleka into the sea, and it's a wrong direction for the country. It's an indignifying direction. Ni direction yenye haioni Mwafrika as a capable person, in my view. Toria, you're back.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm audible enough now.
Nakusikia vizuri kabisa.
Oh, wow. Actually, I've skipped some of your information, but I think I'll catch up. Nicholas, good morning. Nicholas Omondi. Nicholas Omondi, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Talk to us.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, let me take this opportunity to sincerely appreciate the host and the co-host of this particular space. It's a space where we have been given an opportunity to share our thoughts. What exactly are we thinking about this issue of Germany labor and whatsoever, and how they call it, and what's everything happening around it. Let me share my thoughts in relation to what we have currently, and I want to be very categorical and systematical in relation to us as Kenyans and labor in Germany. First, we need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. That now that the government is running up and down, saying that there are some kind of jobs that have been created outside Kenya. Yes, it is good that we young people are looking for jobs. You know, we have, maybe some of us are out of school, and if we get any information like there's a job somewhere, it builds some kind of morale in us, and we say, oh, this is good, we can go and maybe find something useful or substantial for our life. But really, we need to ask ourselves this question. If today we are migrating from our country, Kenya, to go to Germany, to go to all those parts that government is claiming to be looking for mobility jobs for us, who are we leaving our country for example? And how are we leaving our country? In which state? You know, we need to have an honest conversation and start digging deep and find out what happened, who bewitched us that We ourselves, we cannot create for ourselves jobs, so that we rely on ourselves and we remain useful in our country and fruitful as well. But that aside, let me say something about the what has been going around the 250 job market created in Germany. When our president came back, the news was, he said he had 250 agreed jobs that have been created. But later on, we are seeing another information coming out that the agreement was not in relation to any figure. You see, so we are somehow asking what is happening. Does it really mean that the agreement was signed? Yes, but at some point, uh, the figure were not supposed to be, be said out, or the agreement was signed, but the jobs are not, they're always happening. It is raising eyebrows, and we need to ask this question: what exactly is happening? Are is the president coming back again to lie to us about these job opportunities in Germany? But one thing that I want to say is that up to where we are, we need to be very, very careful and attentive. They are saying that Germany is the largest economy. Yeah, as the largest economy in the Western countries. But another thing that is popping up is that it has the aging population, the highest aging population. Therefore, they are claiming that they need young people to occupy the labor mobility aspect of it. But are we at a point to say that the agreement that was signed is going to favor the 250 Kenyans, as was insinuated earlier by the president? Or these were just some kind of game? Because the kind of controversy that we are seeing, I don't understand what exactly is happening, but somebody will make us to understand it better. But one thing that I want to stand with this morning is that we need to be careful as Kenyans, and we really need to we need to start asking this question: that what exactly is happening? What exactly is going on in our country? That even what we think could come like a good news is now coming like a mayhem unto us, to touch our mind and whatsoever. So I think something is wrong about this Germany thing, labor. We don't have. Let us not just enter in this thing, especially the young people, blindfolded. Let us first seek clear information, because it is now very clear that what was signed vis-a-vis what has been brought to us are not the same. So we don't know what has happened in between. So even as we get into this, I think we need to talk more about it, and we need to find more information what exactly is taking place, so that we don't find ourselves in a mess whereby we are going there to regret, we are going there to cry, we are going there to be left alone. We need to find information before we leave our country to go and work in Germany. If need be, that we are going to go to those places in Germany, but we need to find out what exactly is going to happen in between. What is this deal all about? So there is something I feel like we need to find out before we proceed in taking this thing called labor mobility and whatsoever. Otherwise, I'm going to talk much. You can still give a mic to another person. We're still going to share more. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution. KOT, good morning.
Good morning, Toria. Mambo.
Poa sana. Sahii uko mzima, uko na energy?
Energy iko bana. Kuna nguvu.
That's nice.
Kwaje? Kwaje?
Poa, tuna enjoy.
Tunaenda German lini? Nasikia kuna 250 jobs huko 1000.
Wanyama amejitoa, yeye hataki kuenda.
Wanyama naenda hivi embassy kuwatafutia mavisa.
Oh my god. Sawa tu. Guys, let's retreat the space. Actually, we are 67 na retreats ni tano tu. Kindly, let's retreat the space. Ndo watu wa join, we wanna hear what people have to say about this Germany level controversy. So, KOT, si utuambie kitu before tuendelee basi.
Kitu ni mwenye aliweka hii title hapa. Huyu jamaa ni puppet wa American. We are guys from nini, we learn British English. So this labor, wacha kwanza ni edit. Wewe wanyama wewe. We should do things according to what we have been doing in school. It's labor, not labor. It's labor with you, not labor with all. We are not in America. We are guys from the British are the one who colonized us, and so we learn British English in Kenya. So wacha ni edit kwanza before I do anything.
So
It's
tumeamua
labor.
kuhold flag ya Britain.
It's labor. But mtafanya hivyo, nimeshindwa, simu yangu imekataa. So guys, mimi honestly bwana, kitu ilifanya nirudi huku ni hiyo deal ya nini ya Kenya Germany. Huyu jamaa hadi anaenda kwa wenyewe, bado anaenda kudanganya huko. Jamaa anaenda kudanganya kwamba ati sijui wamesign pact ya 250,000 what's slots za nyinyi majamaa mwende mchape job huko Ujerumani. Mimi niko sure hata hapa Kenya watu wamesoma Germany tuko less than 500,000. Tuko less than, na wenye tuko qualified kutoka hii nchi ya Kenya sisi ni wachache sana. So Ruto anakuja kutudanganya hapa ati ametundia jobs huko tunaenda kufanya. Mimi niko sure jobs huyu jamaa ametundia huko, kama sio kuwa house girls na house boys, sijui kama kuna any other job, because that's the only thing huyu jamaa anaweza fanya. But sidhani kama anaweza tundia job za engineering huko, na still yeye ndiye ana hire engineers kutoka China kuja wapige job hapa. So mimi I don't know, I really don't know. I haven't read that pact. Sijui ni laborers wa gani anataka kupeleka huko, mimi sijui. But pia sidhani, honestly sidhani. This guy lies every now and then. This is not the first time.
Uko na hiyo document?
Mimi sina hiyo document, that's why nasema natafuta. This is not the first time huyu jamaa anakuja kudanganya kwamba kuna 250,000 jobs Germany. Pia last year alisema hivyo. Last year in May, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
The same thing.
It's the same thing alisema last year. And so
Yeah.
last year 250,000, this year 250,000. So the guy thinks Germany, the German, they'll open gates hapo kwa boda yao to allow 500,000 Kenyans to enter into their country to work there. That's according to Ruto, because last year he said 250,000. This year the same thing. Sijui next year atatuambia nini, but I doubt kama next year bado atakuwa president, because hii uongo yake tu yenyewe itamtoa hapo. So guys, mimi nimekuja hapa sijakuwa na content bana ya kuja kuongelea this topic. I was just going through hii timeline, nikaona kuna jamaa anaitwa Collins alishikwa jana, ule jamaa mwenye alienda pale church akasema reject finance bill. Nimeona tena ameshikwa jana. So nilikuwa nimeunda ka poster, nikuja ni post hapa niseme free Collins. Alafu nikaona my good friend Wanyama ameweka sauti ya mwananchi. And of course we have been doing this daily. Apart from those siku zenye nimekuwa off kiasi, but we are back, and so we'll really need to hear from you guys. But mimi anything Ruto anasema siku hizi, hiyo ni uongo. Hiyo ni uongo kabisa. Hata Ruto saizi akisema ni mgonjwa, atakuwa anakudanganya. That guy lies every now and then. Kila kitu yenye anaongea ni ukora, unafiki, mwizi. Yani huyu jamaa muite jina yote mbaya unaweza ita shetani. Yeah, that name suits that guy. because the guy lies every now and then and he takes advantage. This is a guy who steals from your coffers, and then he comes to bribe with the same money yenye amewaibia. Imagine, this is a guy mwenye anajua what happened to a person till akakufa, then anakuja analia kwa matanga. Huyu ni jamaa, yani I really wonder the kind of a president we are having. Na watu mlinda kuvotia Ruto kura, feel ashamed, eh? You should guys feel ashamed, because mimi with my senses I couldn't vote Ruto, even though mganga pia alikuwa mtu mwingine mjinga, tulikuja kumpigia kura akaibiwa, lakini pia hana any difference na huyo jamaa mwizi. The only thing we need to do is to change this country. We need to change governance. So ule mganga, ule mkora Ruto, hao wote they need to go home as soon as next week. Hao jamaa, honestly, if you are still going to give them a chance, we are going to suffer. Mganga naona asijua anaenda AUC. He should go there, anguke hiyo kura huko, apigwe na depression huko, akuja tuanze kumwanika kwa jua. That guy, huyo jamaa pia anafanya we are suffering as we speak. Ruto, Raila, hao kina sijui ni Eugene Wamalwa, hao watu wote kina Uhuru, wote ni uwezi, washenzi, wanafiki sana. And now we need to come out in large numbers as the youth, as the people of this country. We occupy those seats. Niliona jana jinga ingine inaitwa nani? Huyo jamaa anaongeanga na sauti kadogo, anasema ati that seat sijui ilikuwa imewekewa hapo Gachagua iko free, ati the last time it will be empty. Na mimi nasema hizo seats zote walikuwa wamekalia hapo, they will be empty as soon as possible zote, because those seats are going to be occupied. Wanyama, kama hutaki kuvaa any seat, tutakuleta ukwe kama PA kwa one of the people who will be in the government, eh? Wewe Toria, kama hutaki kwenda kuvaa women rep kwa kaunti yenu, tutakuleta, tutakushika tukuweke deputy governor by force by fire. So guys, we need to change this. We need to change this country. We really need to change this country. Na sio kurun tu hapa space, eh? Chukueni kura, endeni mashinani, ambieni watu, hawa watu mlielect hawa ni wezi, ni wakora, ni wachawi, ni waganga, eh? Ambieni hawa watu hizo vitu zote. Anything mbaya yenye unajua ni matusi, it suits those guys. Ruto, Raila, Gachagua, name them, you know them. Hao wote kina Kalonzo, wanafiki, wakora, watermelon. So guys, hiyo mambo na Germany, mimi bana, hata msijaribu kuapply because you are going to suffer there. Nenda kuact tuko kama slaves. Sijui kama muona hizo comments zenye ama German walikuwa wana comment kwa hizo mapost. I wish you guys saw that. Anyway, acha niwasikize tu hapa. Kama wewe hauna hasira, usikuje kuongea kwa hii space. Toria, mtu yote anakuja kusympathize hapa na government, drop them. Na kama unashindwa uniambie huko DM, I'll drop them as soon as they take the mic. We don't want to sympathize with any person here. We don't want to sympathize with any government here. We are suffering. We don't have jobs. We have bad governance. The guys wenye wanakuja kutuongelesha wanatuibia kutoka kwetu, wafanya wanakuja kutubribe na hizo pesa wanatuibia, washenzi sana.
Binti, welcome back. Actually, what you just said is really mere truth, and it's Moses Kuria you were talking about mwenye alikuwa anasema kuhusu hiyo kiti. And you know, the funny part of it is that when you go to Germany or the so-called countries to work, some of them, they don't trust people. And if you're going for a professional work, you love to go back to school for 2 years or so that you can be able to work for them. Who will pay for that shit for you? You know, hey, bana huku hatuna serikali. Global, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I really
Okay.
don't know kwa nini bado tunaamini huyu jamaa na tunajua huyu jamaa ni muongo kabisa, like hata historia ya Germany mnajua tu ni uongo. Kama for instance jana amekuwa akisema sijui ati 27th kutakuwa na watu watakuwa wana apply job wanaenda huko, but in the real sense ukiangalia hiyo 27th hiyo date alisema, ukitaka kujua jamaa pia ni mjanja sana, like hiyo 27th hii mwezi September kuna job fair. I hope nyinyi wote mnajua what job fair is. So kuna job fair ya Germany yenye itakuwa inafanyika hapo Sarit Center. Hii ni stuff imekuwa happen for many years. But sasa yeye anachukua hiyo information ana spin around ikae ni kama kazi yenye ati ameenda kutafuta, sasa ndio hii imekuja. Na watu wenye hawajui wataenda hapo hivyo wanafikiri kweli huyu msee ndio ameleta hii stuff. So kuna venye huyu msee yani anatubeba yani anatubeba ndogo, unaona, but tushaona hiyo maukora zake. So tuendelee tu kuanika hizo maukora zake, at the same time tukiendelea kujieducate na kujipatia more information. So hiyo stuff ya German ni hiyo job fair itakuwa Sarit Center 27th, na hata haihusiki na anything to do with government. Hizi ni vitu imekuwa ikifanyika tu years in years out, imekuwa ikifanyika kuanzia kitambo, na organizers wamekuwa wakiorganize hizi vitu zi happen. But sasa yeye anataka take credit ya hiyo 27th, ndio maana unaona jana kwa church alisema ati 27th watu watakuwa wanaenda Germany. But yeah, so that's the only thing nilikuwa nataka kuchangia kuhusu hii history ya Germany. But yeah, so asikuwa anatubeba wanasi, tayari tuko na information, si tushapata information hizi vitu, so asikuwa anadanganya watu, na it's good sisi pia tusinyamaze, tuendelee kuamplify uongo ya huu jamaa. Hiyo 27th it's nothing to do with the government of Kenya, with anything. Ni job fair yenye inafanyikanga every year, na si German peke yake ndio zikuwa nazo. So many different countries wanakuanga na job fairs, zingine zinakuanga education fairs. Unapata tuseme embassy ya maybe Australia ama somewhere wanakuja wanajaribu yani kusensitize watu wenye wanaweza afford kulipa hizo pesa mingi ya shule waende wasome. So yeye anachukulia hiyo, sasa hiyo ndo spin the information around ati yeye ndo ameleta, but in the real sense si yeye. Hizi ni vitu zimekuwa zikihappen, so tukue very careful. Ni hayo tu nilikuwa nataka kusema.
Thank you so much. But then let me ask you guys, if these jobs, they are so good enough, why don't the so-called MCAs, and they are paid like little shillings, go abroad and work there? Why don't these politicians resign as politicians and go abroad and work those jobs? Why are they sending us there? Mbona wao wasiende kufanya hizo kazi wanatutuma tukafanye? They ain't making sense at all. Why? Hata mneka advertisement roadshow bana. This government, they don't have work to do. They just there to squander our money. Gosh. Well, fly high. Hi. Oh my God. Fly high. Hi. Fly high. Are you there?
Just a moment, I'm calling back. Hey, semeni hi. Hi. Mnanisikia?
Aje? Yeah, nakusikia.
Fiti sana, poleni sana. I was on another call. Hata imeisha tu kibati. I every time I listen to this saga, by the way, I just get more and more embarrassed. By the way, when you're president, this is the thing. There ought to be a line at which, and I want to say this, we're all human. We're very, very human. So everyone has got that aspect mali, how making sense. Kuna tunafanyanga ambayo make sense. And I think na kila mtu anajuanga kuna mali yenyewe pia mimi nakuanga niko off to some extent. I think it's just, if you're a self-aware human, you're aware that there are things that need work in your life. But there's nothing as bad as even receiving information from outside, external feedback, and not being able to take it in. I'm actively resisting it. So last year, this kid did an interview with Deutsche Welle and said that there's going to be 250,000 jobs available for Kenyans. BBC picks up on the same, airs it. The German ministry, sijui interior man ya wapi, the German government, let me just say that kwa jumla, completely says, says that there's nothing like 250,000 jobs. Understand? There was no quota attached. So may say, okay, fine. That's actually well embarrassing for the president, but ni sawa. But the guy is still insisting that bado tu anaenda Germany. It's as if it's like madness, as in for real. Siko ubaya. So here's the thing. Nashindwa kwani hao technocrats wa Ministry of Foreign Affairs wanafanya nini? You know, hao watu ambao, because the people, me, but the Kenyan
Fly
government
high.
has,
Fly high ni wanyama. So
sema wanyama.
acha nikupatie pointers on that one. Now I want you guys to remember this. Though I'm supposed to be listening in. This is Toria
Yeah.
and Sonko and
Sema.
Binti. So walk with me. Who is the CS of Labor now?
Not even sure. You know ni si Malonza.
Mutua.
Mutua, yes, Mutua.
Do you guys remember any other leader mwenye alitudanganya kazi za Canada? You guys don't.
Okay.
Ama you guys forget very quickly that we were in a similar situation a year or so ago.
Wachana story kabisa. You know, but I like what you said, Wanyama. But here's my perspective, because I've kind of seen government from the inside, not as a worker, but by proxy. So I know that government has got very technical people. Watu wanajua kazi. Ukiona mtu ameka Ministry of Foreign Affairs, na mtu alianzia maybe ngazi za chini, hawakwangi wajinga. Wanakuanga watu wanajua job sana. They are fully cognizant of the dynamics of the countries that are under their desks. So knowing that, it's extremely easy. Let me say this. You would know the internal politics of Germany right now, and actually the general politics of Europe right now have gone predominantly right-wing. So everyone is thinking home. We need to build home. We don't need people coming in. And these guys are not even thinking in terms of the fact that their population curves are looking weird, that they're top-heavy, the older people, I mean that the population, the larger population segment huko demographics zao ziko weird, the older people ndio wengi zaidi kuliko the younger. So in terms of skilled workforce, haiko mingi, plus these guys wamedharau kazi za mkono, what we call easy, basically plumbing and everything that Africans would be good at doing huko. The fact that this guy is not able to get information from MFA technocrats, even from NIS, we've got external intelligence as a department within NIS. How does he not know that you cannot count on other countries huko nje to pick up African immigrants? As in, even if you're legally, whether legally or illegally, you're an immigrant because you're not from that country. Mi kitu na nyuma ni ati msee anapatwa feedback.
Can I help you there?
And it is so embarrassing when your president is caught in a lie, called out by the people who he's saying will take us, and then still insists itakuwa. Mimi that level of whatever that is, Mungu nisijeni soifika hapo. Because it is painful to watch. Go on.
Hiyo ndio ushenzi ile yote alikuwa anasema.
Mimi nakwambia kitu umeniwasha. Mimi hata si kitu kingine sahi. I think I've gone to the point to have realized, by the way, if you're in a relationship with someone like this, unaweza cheesy. Because wewe ambaye uko sensible, utafanya udhani wewe ni mjinga. You know, it's like this would be like a cult, for real. As in someone, this is the kind of people who tell you aliens are going to come next year, and they are sure they're going to come next year. Na mtauza mashamba, na mtachimba mashimo kwa grao, na mtaanza kukula crickets in preparation to fly. As in, I don't know. It's just madness. As in, me, I feel like I'm caught up in a bad, and no wonder there's that propensity towards religion, by the way. Actually, I've never really drawn that link, but say nimeweza kuona that the place where hii kitu express easily for him suddenly, ndio kwa maana for him religion is such a comfortable space, because pia huko ndiko watu wanakuanga delulu. You know, me, the honest truth is that our nini Kenya one hatuongozi vile inafaa, is delulu. And Mimi, I am so pained about it. As in, Kenyans, we are such a dope bunch of people. As in, people respect us for the way we go all out. But the Kenyans huko nje, wanajulikana watenda kazi, we are hardworking, we are aggressive. Sometimes we can be very crabs in a bucket like, but tuko watu wa maana. And then we have Kenya one. As in, that dissonance is so huge. Me, it makes sense. And I think I've stopped trying to understand. I'm just trying to figure out, how do I structure myself to add resilience to my life? Because at some point, systems are breaking down to the point where you're going to have to take a much more active role in managing even the ordinary aspects of your life that you shouldn't be managing. You pay taxes for good roads, for power, for infrastructure to be maintained, for there to be at least some level of agricultural production supported by the state in terms of even if structures and policies. But at this point in time, you're going to have to manage yourself, because even the very nature of food that you're supposed to be taking is being compromised in order to bring in multinationals. As in imefika mali sasa, now we must entrench sustainability within ourselves, because where we're going right now, this government is clearly not able to take care of us because the head is rotten and the rot is moving down. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, the head is rotten and the rot is moving down. Let me ask you this, guys. Do you think, like, a normal citizen, like a normal youth, you have your certificates and degrees, you're qualified, you would prefer to go, or you'll go for those jobs abroad, and you know very well that this is kind of something that's planned, which it's pushing them to go there to roadshow, and those people who are going there, who will maybe take that opportunity to go there, there are people maybe they don't understand this language, they don't know what's awaiting them there, they just going because they had jobs. I don't know if I'm making sense though. Dennis.
Toria,
Yes. Yes.
unajua I just realized that the government is using our spaces for benchmarking. So saizi I'm being informed that KETRACO and the Ministry of Energy, they'll today hold a stakeholders engagement stroke public participation on PPS stroke PPIPs and the Adani stroke Africa 50 proposals. Hawa Adani nasikia wanataka kupewa tena job ingine hapo ya stima. They want to take over. And so these guys, venye tulikuwa tunaongea story ya Adani taking over the airport, we said we are not going to accept that deal because they never hold a public participation. Ndio maana hatukuwa tunataka. I saw these guys, they have been listening to these spaces. Saizi sijui hii stakeholders engagement public participation itakuwa wapi, but they'll be holding it today. Nobody knows. Ni kitu tu yani saizi unaona tu hapa Citizen, KBC Channel 1 wanaipost hapa. So I think it's high time tuache kupatia hata hawa jamaa hizi nini, kuwapatia Mwakenya, because immediately what we say on these spaces hawatusikiza, and so they counter us nayo, wanaenda kufanya exactly what we want them to do. But anyway, hiyo will not run from the fact that they are done are thieves and they are going to steal they are going to steal resources and money from us. We can't run from the fact that they were even chased away from their own country in India. They were chased from Australia. We really can't run from the fact that the Adani is just a name, but Ruto is behind this. Anyway, Binti naona mkono wako uko juu. You can go first, then you give back to Toria to continue with the program.
Kidogo to KOT, I ask you about that public participation thing. Yeah, we've been saying that Adani, they never involved public participation in that thing. But we know very well, even if they're going to meet or do whatever, it's some chosen individuals who work with the government who are going to attend, and they come ahead and claim that they held a public participation, whatever. How should we, okay, I don't know which way we should use as people of Kenya or citizens for us to make sure that us as public, our public has been heard, like we've participated as public, not like they choose the individuals whom they know they are in bed with government to go and participate, then they come forward and say we held a public participation this and we decided this. No, that's bullshit. You're not going to fall for that, man. We know what they are planning and we can see in between their gaps. Binti, take it, then Dennis will go ahead.
KOT, I want to ask, like, you know what you just said about the public participation as well, like the stakeholders. You know, with the JKIA deal, there was also like that whole thing that was happening, and we saw in the documents from page 444. There was also that section for stakeholders. So, what's the difference between that and this? Because if we can deny what happened with the JKIA one, if we can just like go against it, why can't we just go against what they're doing right now? Like, what's the difference?
Binti, who are the stakeholders of this nini, of these public companies? I mean, public institutions. Do you know the stakeholders?
Not by name, no, but if you go and check, I'm sure I could
A
find them.
stakeholder of a public institution is a citizen of the Republic of Kenya. And so wanasema they are going to hold nini, yani wanatumia kitu ngumu yenye takuchanganya. But of course, doing a public participation with the stakeholders, we are the stakeholders of those institutions, the public institutions. And so they're just using those words kukuchanganya. And of course, ya Adani, they did nothing about any public participation. And so wameona we are so clever, and so they are using our wanasemanga hata polisi akikushika anakwambia remain silent, or else the words that you speak here will be used against you in the court of law. And so what you have been doing here is what they are using it against us. So hizo wanasema they are going to hold that. And to answer on you, Toria, if votes they don't count, do you think even a public opinion from a mere citizen like you and I will count in this country? It will not. How many petitions, how many memorandums have we submitted to the parliament? Na hazijawahi put into consideration. Even if today wakuje kwa hii space, they say that we want to do a public participation in this space. We are how many people here? We are 110 on this space. Alafu 100 of us, they vote against that deal. And then 10, they vote in favor of that deal. The government will still go with those 10 and say that we did a public participation and the citizens say this, and they accepted. And so in Kenya, there are many things that don't count. Number one is your vote, the presidential vote, the governor vote, the senatorial vote, as the MP at times. Number two is your opinion as a citizen. They don't listen to you. Who are you? You are just a mere, you're just a mere Kenyan. The only thing that nini inafanya ukuwa Kenyan is because you are born here and you are breathing. Nothing else. And so those things, they don't count. Hata saizi mali wanaenda kusema wako public participation, they can't disclose the location because they know you guys will go there. And if you go there, even if you go there in large numbers, alafu mseme no, we don't want this thing, watasema it is sponsored by someone who wants to take over the government, and so wataitupilia mbali. So mimi kama mjaiona hii Kenya venye na run siku hizi, yani kama mjui venye hii Kenya ina run siku hizi, surely sijui. Saizi the acting police IG Masengeli amekuwa sentenced to 6 months in prison, lakini kiko tu huko nje na tumbo yake kubwa kinatembea tu every now and then kukula pesa yetu. Lakini wewe Toria saizi iba kuku ama kataa, umeitwa kwa koti ukatae kuenda ukwe sentence in prison for even 2 weeks, uone venye utakujua hapa masubari mbio kupelekwa kamiti. Anyway bana, nimerudi mtana, nimekuja na hasira vibaya sana. Anyway, sawa Toria, unaweza endelea.
Hiyo ndo hasira yenye tunataka. Actually, it's the reality, it's what's happening, it's happening in the ground. Because after me, I was just thinking after you read that thing, like, how long does it take for the government to plan, like, we're going to hold a public participation? Is it something that you just sleep and wake up and decide, oh, today we are going to have a public participation? This is something they have been planning all through, because they have been hearing people ranting in spaces, tweeting like public participation has not been involved in this and done anything, it's because you can't tell me KOT leo utalala hivi uamke useme leo naenda kusalimia binti. No, hiyo ni kitu utakuwa umepanga for some days, umeshatenga fare, umeshafanya kila kitu. So this government akiwa nafaa, they stop fucking our minds. We're not kids, man. We're not kids. And I'm so mad, like that sijui ni Masingeli ama ni Masongoli, whatever, anatembea tu free and can you imagine, like, ukiba mtu kama Collins, the way you said, that nigga was just holding like a flag. In Kenya nowadays, crying for justice is a crime, but those who are doing the crime itself, they are the citizens, the pure citizens of Kenya. Like, you know, I don't know which, we are already in hell. I don't want even to think about it. So Dennis, Dennis, take it there.
Okay, I always say that trust Ruto at your own risk. Yaani huyu jamaa kwanza tangu achukue uongozi amesha tu promise jobs mara ngapi? Figures are big. This time amesema 250,000. Are you such dumb? 250,000 youths waende Germany, waende wafanye kazi huko. Kwani Kenya nataka wakina nani wabaki? Last time ni hivyo tu. Kuna watu walikuwa nafaa waende huko, wakuenda. Yaani government sijui iko aje. Hapo vile walikuja hapa Kisumu, sijui wame promise tena jobs gani. Hizo jobs hatuoni hadi saa hii. Bado kuna wengine wanasema sijui wako kwa government.